Unlocking Financial Freedom, David Bach's Rule of 10 Cents. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a world where your financial life feels like a never-ending cycle of stress and struggle, where every paycheck seems to go towards bills, debts, and barely covers basic necessities. This isn't just a hypothetical scenario, it's the reality for many people out there. But what if I told you there was a way to break free from this cycle? A method so simple, anyone can apply it, yet so powerful, it can unlock the path to financial freedom. Today, we're diving deep into one of David Bach's most impactful teachings, known as the Rule of 10 Cents. You might be wondering, how can 10 cents possibly make such a significant impact? Well, let me tell you this. When you apply the Rule of 10 cents, you'll find yourself making small, strategic changes that add up to big financial gains over time. But first, let's look at why this rule matters in today's economy. Inflation is eating away at our purchasing power, and interest rates are rising. We need smarter ways to manage our money, and the Rule of 10 cents offers us a foolproof system to do just that. Now here's something you should know. David Bach, the author behind the best-selling book, Financial Freedom, believes that by focusing on the minutiae of our finances, we can achieve remarkable results. He argues that every dollar counts, and the Rule of 10 cents is a practical application of this belief. Let's delve into how this works. Imagine you're at the grocery store, trying to decide between two items, a $2.50 bottle of water or a $1.50 bottle. What would you choose? Most of us would opt for the cheaper option, right? Now, let's apply the Rule of 10 cents. Instead of buying the $1.50 bottle, which seems more affordable, let's consider a 90-cent bottle. That's still under $1, but it's also under 10 cents. Here's the magic. By choosing the 90-cent bottle, you've saved 5 cents. Not much, you say? Think about it this way. If you buy 5 bottles a week, that's $2.50 saved per month. Over a year, that's $30. That's a small amount, but it adds up, especially when you multiply it across all your purchases. But the Rule of 10 cents doesn't stop at just saving money. It extends to every aspect of your financial life, encouraging you to make small, consistent improvements. For instance, if you're paying for gym memberships instead of signing up for a full-year subscription, consider a monthly plan. That's only $5 a month, or 10 cents a day. If you're buying coffee every morning, consider brewing it at home. That's another 10 cents a day. And if you have a habit of grabbing a latte, that could add up to a lot over time. The beauty of the Rule of 10 cents lies in its simplicity and effectiveness. By focusing on these tiny savings, you're not just cutting costs, you're building a foundation for long-term financial security. Remember, it's not about being perfect or achieving perfection, but about making consistent, smart choices. And here's a real-life example to illustrate this point. I once had a friend who struggled with credit card debt. She had multiple cards with balances, and every month she felt overwhelmed. One day, she decided to apply the Rule of 10 cents to her expenses. She started by looking at her monthly budget and identifying areas where she could save. She discovered that her daily coffee habit cost her around $25 a month. By switching to a cheaper alternative, she saved $15 each month. That's not a lot, but it's a start. Over a year, that's $180 saved, and that amount could have been used to pay down some of her debt or put aside for future expenses. Moreover, the Rule of 10 cents helps in creating a mindset shift. When you consistently make small, smart decisions, you start to feel a sense of control over your finances. You begin to see the power of compound growth, where those small savings add up over time. It's like watching a seed grow into a tree. It happens gradually, but the result is profound. Another critical aspect of the rule of 10 cents is its emphasis on self-discipline. It requires you to be vigilant and mindful of your spending habits. It's not just about saving money. It's about making deliberate choices that align with your financial goals. For instance, if your goal is to build an emergency fund, you might decide to allocate a portion of your savings specifically for that purpose. By doing so, you're reinforcing good habits and setting yourself up for success. Now let's talk about the psychological benefits of the rule of 10 cents. When you make these small changes, you start to feel a sense of accomplishment. Every time you successfully stick to your budget and make a smart purchase, you're reinforcing positive behaviors. This, in turn, boosts your confidence and motivation to keep going. It's a virtuous cycle where each success fuels the next. Additionally, the rule of 10 cents promotes mindfulness and awareness. It encourages you to think critically about your spending patterns and identify areas where you can improve. This heightened consciousness can lead to deeper understanding and better decision-making in other aspects of your life as well. So how can you start applying the rule of 10 cents in your own life? First, assess your current spending habits. Identify areas where you can make small, incremental improvements. Then, set specific, achievable goals. Maybe your goal is to save $10 a week. Write it down, track your progress, and celebrate your successes along the way. Remember, the key to the rule of 10 cents is consistency. It's about making small, sustainable changes that become part of your daily routine. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Focus on one area at a time. As you gain momentum, you'll naturally expand your efforts to other parts of your financial life. Lastly, let's talk about the long-term implications of adopting this strategy. By consistently making small, strategic choices, you're setting yourself up for financial stability and even wealth. You're building a nest egg that can support you during unexpected events, such as job loss or health issues. More importantly, you're empowering yourself to take control of your financial destiny. In conclusion, the rule of 10 cents may seem like a small, insignificant concept, but it's anything but that. It's a powerful tool that can transform your financial life, one small change at a time. By embracing this mindset, you're not just saving money, you're unlocking a pathway to financial freedom. So the next time you find yourself tempted to splurge on something, ask yourself, is this worth 10 cents? The answer will likely guide you toward making smarter, more financially sound decisions. In the final analysis, the rule of 10 cents is not just a strategy for saving money, it's a philosophy of living. It's about cultivating a mindset that prioritizes thoughtful, intentional spending over mindless consumption. It's about recognizing that every dollar counts and that by making small, consistent improvements, you can achieve great things. So, dear viewers, I urge you to give the rule of 10 cents a try. Start small, stay committed, and watch as your financial situation begins to transform. Remember, financial freedom isn't about having a huge sum of money. It's about having the freedom to live the life you want, free from the constraints of debt and worry. So, take the first step today, and let's embark on this journey together towards unlocking financial freedom. Thank you for joining me on this exploration, and I hope this has inspired you to make meaningful changes in your financial life.